Good morning, Penndale. We're here with another installment of Penndale TV. I'm Rachel Allmark.
And I'm Ms Oden. Recently, our Odyssey of the Mind team competed at Pennsbury High School. Congratulations for their outstanding performances at the Southeast Regional Odyssey of the Mind tournament. 7th grade student Robert Heath, along with students from Gwynedd Square, Inglewood, and Penfield, competed in the Division II Ready, Set, Balsa build. The team scored a second in their long-term solution and first in the spontaneous component, earning them second place overall. They will be moving to the state competition. Congratulations for a good job, well done, and good luck at states. And we have great news on how intelligent Penndale is. Here's Sophie with the scoop.
Hello, Penndale. This is Sophie with The Scoop. I'm here today with Catherine Kavanaugh and Efrod Khan, who competed in the Academic Challenge against 31 teams. Efrod, what is the Academic Challenge?
The Academic Challenge is like an academic bowl it's like a Jeopardy style, like game-ish that has 6 categories, and you choose a category to answer the question, and you get points based off of how hard the question is and the amount of points the question is worth.
Very cool. Catherine, what were some of the questions and how long did you have to answer?
So we had 30 seconds to answer if we had the question originally. If we stole it from the other team, we had 10 seconds after the other team's 30 seconds. And some of the questions I remember were name the past 6 presidents in order and who wrote books like The Fellowship of the Rings.
Efrod, how did Penndale do?
Out of the 31 teams competing, Penndale won the whole thing.
Great job to Penndale's team, and special thanks to Mrs. Williams and Mrs. Markowitz for helping with the team. From PDTV, I'm Sophie with The Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sophie. With Earth Day coming up on April 22nd this year, we want to remind students how to do your part while also learning about our Enact Club advisor. Here's Divya with Who Are You?
Hello, joining us here on Penndale TV is one of our art teachers, Ms Oden. So my first question is, other than teaching art, what other fun tasks do you have?
Well, I coach lacrosse, which we just started. I also do art club and the Enact Club.
That's interesting. So who is this little guy?
This is Squirt. He is our class pet. He looks a little angry right now, but he's just not used to the camera.
That's interesting. So how long has Squirt been here?
Squirt has come with me. He's been in all of my classrooms throughout my 8 years of teaching, so he's about 8 years old.
How is Enact Club getting ready for Earth Day on April 22nd?
Well, right now we are ramping up our recycling. We have some reminders going out through Penndale TV, and we're just trying to get everybody to really recycle as much as they possibly can.
Thank you for your time, and best of luck in the Earth Day activities and lacrosse season. Thank you. Hello, Penndale. Joining us here on Penndale TV are some of the Enact Club members. So, Julia, can you tell me how the Enact Club operates?
Enact Club is a club that goes around school every Tuesday and Thursday, and we collect recycling from the teachers' classrooms.
We use 2 different bins to recycle. One bin is the green bin. In this bin, we recycle papers, quizzes, and any type of paper product you'd use, but do not put any trash, gum, or stuff you would not put in there.
In the blue bins, we recycle plastic, glass, aluminum, and cardboard.
Thank you so much for the information. Penndale, remember to do your part in going green. Thank you, and back to you in the studio.
On March 16th, Penndale's ELL and Habit students partnered in a mentorship program aimed at making cross-cultural connections with our building and beyond. Mrs. Kern, Dr. Kleinbert, Mrs. Karenci, and Mrs. Strauss have done an amazing job in facilitating discussions and activities meant to provide a greater sense of belonging and community between those who have traveled around the world and those who were born here in Lansdale, PA. Incredible stories have been shared, including the amazing journey of our Guatemalan family who literally walked thousands of miles from Latin America to make a new life for themselves in the United States. On Thursday, March 16th, all Habit and ELL students traveled together to the birthplace of freedom, Independence Hall. Many of our international students understand firsthand what it means to come from a war-torn country fighting for freedom and independence. They were immersed in the history of our own great nation, which saw its foundation created just a few miles away from here, where they now go to school.
Hey Rachel, did you hear oxygen went on a date with potassium?
No, what happened?
It went okay. Talking about science fair participants Kayla Vu, Brandon Vu, Elise Satan, Shahima Rahim, and Vance Torres Miller recently presented their science fair projects at the Montgomery County Science Fair. The fair took place on March 8th at Ursinus College. All participants showed dedication in completing their research projects. To participate in the science fair, students had to submit a proposal, create the project, and defend their research. This is a great opportunity to practice scientific research and be able to explain your results. Penndale sent 5 projects and competed with over 15 other middle schools and high schools in Montgomery County. In other news, on Friday, April 7th, the Penndale Jazz Ensemble will be traveling to Atlantic City, New Jersey, to perform at the NAFME Eastern Conference. It is an honor to be selected to perform at this event, and it is undoubtedly a highlight from the jazz season. The students will be sharing the first half of the performance with the University of the Arts Band. They will also have the opportunity to tour the vendor area and experience the conference as a whole. Our group was selected last year by recording to perform at this conference. Here's Thunderstorm Carp with your weather update.
Good morning, Penndale. This is Thunderstorm Carf with your weather update. Puxatawny Phil made a prediction that we would have 6 more weeks of winter, and it turns out he was right, because it's freezing out here. We did have 1 snow day, followed by a week in the 70s, and then our wonderful nor'easter. March came in like a lion with wild winds, but will it actually go out like a lamb? Be sure to check for your weather updates and field play as we get into baseball, softball, and track season. Here's Eric with an update from SGA.
Hi guys, I'm Eric here with Ms Josephowski, 7th grade history teacher and SGA advisor. Ms Josephowski, we have 9th grade formal, 9th grade class trip to Dorney, and Blue and White Day coming up. What is the theme for this 9th grade formal?
The 9th graders selected that the theme this year is going to be A Night Under the Stars. It's going to be Friday, April 28th, and tickets are going to be $12, and tickets will be on sale starting April 18th through the 21st. So you need to make sure that you're buying your tickets. If you are interested or have ideas for the 9th grade formal, you can definitely talk to any of the 9th grade representatives as well as the exec board, because they're going to be busy throughout the month of April trying to make it a success.
All right. Dorney paperwork is due March 31st. Is there any information about the trip you would like to share?
The Dorney Park trip the trip permission slips are due on March 31st. It's a Friday. It's the last Friday of March. The trip is going to be in May 30th. Just to remember, if you have questions about permission slips, please come and stop by room 214 or send me an email regarding the trip tickets. Permission slips are available on the website as well as the student activity page. And so you need to make sure that you have your permission slips turned in by March 31st. We will not be accepting permission slips beyond that deadline. Also, as a reminder, if you are suspended for any reason between now and the trip, you will not be permitted to go. So make sure you're on your best behavior.
All right. We also have Blue and White Day coming up at the end of May. For the 7th graders, is there any information or activities you'd like to share?
We have a lot of different activities for 7th graders that have never experienced a Blue and White Day. It's very similar to your field days that you had in elementary school, except it's a full day event. So in the morning, we have different Blue and White Day activities and competitions, both, Name That Tunes. We have relays in the gym. We have activities outside. And then in the afternoon, you have that is your field day. We have inflatables, we have dunk tanks that come in, we have a movie in the auditorium that is available, and that is your day to have fun, to kind of enjoy and celebrate your last couple days here at Penndale. We will be voting on our movie for the auditorium coming up in student council. So if you have suggestions, again, talk to your reps, talk to your exec board. And also, the other thing that we're doing this year, which is different, is we are going to be selling Blue and White Day t-shirts. So to support your team, you can personalize them with your last name on the back. T-shirts will be about $10, and if you want to personalize them, they will be $14. So you can look for that information coming out in April as well.
Thank you very much. Great information. I'm Eric, and thanks for joining me, Ms. Josefowski.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Thunderstorm and Eric. Before we wrap up Penndale, be sure to get your yearbooks orders in. After March 31st, Mr. Dean and Mr. Conti are only accepting cash for $50 of full-color yearbooks. Be sure to check SGA's classroom for the 9th grade class trip to Dorney. And I'm Liz Bonitz.
And I'm Rachel Allmark. Think spring, Penndale!
And I didn't look at it. I was like, oh, well.
Did you say and I'm Liz Bonitz? And I didn't even hear you.
I didn't say and very loud because I knew it once I had.
Are we still going?
We're still going right now. Hey guys!
Hello.
We're like... Oh jeez. So now they all know my error, don't they? I mess up all the time, but it's okay. Because, you know, you only live life once.
Nobody's perfect. You
Nobody's
live in your
perfect. I don't know the rest of the words.